A little over 24 hours ago, the Buffalo Bills 2024 season came to a close. It came to a crashing halt because we got eliminated from playoff contention yet again by the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and company. Yet again, that makes four times that the Bills have been eliminated from playoff contention by the same group, the same team, the same stars on that team, the same head coach, the same offensive, defensive coordinators, and coaching staff for the most part. Players have changed, players have rotated, but all in all, same old same. For the past 24 hours plus from the end of that game until this very moment, I have been doing exactly what you see me doing right now, which is sitting here sulking in the pain of that loss. And the pain, boy, the pain. The pain was excessive and unbearable. The pain is excessive and unbearable, but it must be shouldered anyhow because life must go on, football must go on. And in all things, all in all, it is clear to every Bills fan that at the end of the day, the games, as much as they matter to us personally and in our hearts, they don't matter compared to like life and death. They don't matter compared to family and faith and all the things of the world that truly matter and are everlasting. But boy, this one hurt, dog. This one hurt, man. I've come to a few conclusions, um, unfortunate conclusions, but it is what it is. First and foremost, the burden of responsibility. Who's at fault for the Buffalo Bills' loss against the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, primarily it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They're the ones at fault. There are about 30, anywhere from 28 to 31 NFL franchises who would have lost to the Buffalo Bills that day. Pretty much lottie-dottie everybody with the exclusion of the Philadelphia Eagles and obviously the Kansas City Chiefs. Those are the only two who I would consider to be a toss-up. Everybody else, barbecue chicken, 100%. Now, what does that mean? It means we have a very good football team. The Bills, the Buffalo Bills, we have a very good football team, which I'm happy to have. And we have a very good football team every year. Since McDermott became the coach, we've had a formidable football team, but in the last 4 to 5 years, we've actually had an above average football team, and we've made some significant playoff runs. And it just seems like we can't get over the hump. The pie, the pie chart of responsibility gets divided in many ways. I think, though, outside of the Kansas City Chiefs, within the Buffalo Bills organization, the biggest slice goes to our coaching staff. Now, although they get the biggest slice, they may not get the biggest slice in the way that you're thinking. I don't exactly mean that they are not good, because they are not good. As a matter of fact, they're very good. Once again, anywhere from 28 to 31 NFL franchises would have fallen victim to the Buffalo Bills in that AFC Championship game. 100%. Obviously, the NFC teams would not have been playing in the AFC Championship game. But I mean, if they were, there's really Philadelphia, Kansas City. They're the only two teams in the NFL that have a prayer in that setting. And we faced one of them, the Chiefs, and we lost. So here's why the coaching staff gets the lion's share of the responsibility. It's not because they're not good. It's because they're not good enough. Andy Reid and company have assembled the Avengers of coaching staffs. Andy Reid obviously is Thanos. Well, that's not an Avenger. That's like, the antithesis of the. He's on the villain side, but Andy Reid is Thanos, and freaking Spagnola is freaking Loki. I mean, I don't really know Marvel all like that, but I mean, the Bills offense and defensive coordinators cannot hold a candle to that of the Kansas City Chiefs. And Sean McDermott cannot hold a candle to Andy Reid. Not yet. He just can't. And I genuinely believe that I don't think he'll ever beat Andy Reid with any sort of consistency. I think over the course of 15 to 20 years, I think he'll beat him in the playoffs once or twice. Genuinely. Because we just have a stud star player alongside Josh Allen that just gets the job done, or somebody on the Kansas City Chiefs team just happens to make one too many mistakes. But genuinely, in 15 to 20 years, I think we'll beat them once. I think we would beat them once on somewhat of a fluke. But then the year following and the years following, they would return right back to where they were, winning in the playoffs. Andy Reid is just too good. He's just too good. Sean McDermott cannot catch up. It's just too far ahead. And somebody gave me, and not an analogy, but an example of what it means to be like. Who was it? Where did I hear this from? I believe it might have been Elon Musk. It might have been Elon Musk. We're talking about working, right? Like, if you're in competition with someone and you just say, starting January 1st, I'm going to work 100 hours a week. 100 hours a week. 100 hours a week. In 30 days, you would have worked 3,000 hours in 30 days. 3,000. In 60 days, 6,000. 90 days, 9,000. 4 months, 120 days, you would have worked 12,000 hours. Now compare that to somebody who's working 40 hours a week. After 30 days, 1,200. After 60 days, what's 6 times 4? 2,400. After 90 days, 3,200. Again, 3,200 to the other person's 9,000. By the end of the year, the gap will be so wide that the person who's working 40 hours a week just can't catch up. Am I claiming that Andy Reid works a lot harder than Sean McDermott? No. But he's just too far ahead. He knows too much. His playbook is too big. The tricks and the nuances of the game, he knows too much. He just knows too much. I don't know if there's a coach in the league who can catch up. You just can't. On top of, he has the quarterback, he has the pass rusher, and he has the tight end. I mean, that's the trifecta. In my opinion, the most important trifecta in all of football is the head coach, the quarterback, and the pass rusher. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones. Chris Jones, my former roommate. It's a trifecta. And they got the best trifecta because all three of those guys are top 3 in the league at what they do. And on their worst years, they're top 3. You can't beat it. Nobody else has that kind of combination anywhere. I mean, with the exclusion of maybe... Anyway, so here's what I think is... I think this is our future. I really do. With all due respect. And I like Sean McDermott. I defend Sean McDermott because he's a good coach. I mean, you can't name... He's a top 5 coach of the last 5 years. When you look at what he's able to do as far as the playoff runs, the wins, the regular season wins, the record, I mean, everything. I mean, this is a top 5, this is a perpetual top 5 coach, year in and year out, based on his resume. Perpetual top 5. Now, some would argue that that's only because primarily Josh Allen and company, and perhaps that's true. But again, his record speaks for itself. I mean, it's hard, even with a great quarterback, it's hard to have a winning record, let alone 11, 12, 13, 14 wins year over year. It's tough to do. Yet we've done it. We just can't get over that hump, man. Freaking Kansas City. Oh, pain. Pain. I'm going to move now. I'm going to take this flag off. I'm going to take this shirt off. Go Bills. I'm going to take a shower. and get on with life and move past the devastation. Because I know nobody's hurting more than the actual team, the Buffalo Bills, and the coaching staff and their families, etc. But all of us in the fan base, we are hurting too. We are hurting real bad. But at the end of the day, we love our Bills. Go Bills. Ain't nothing changed. Bills Mafia to the end. I bleed Bills blue. Simple as that. And we'll be back. We'll be back next year. But man, we got to figure something out. We really got to figure something out. Just like this, we just can't get past these. Oh my gosh. But anyways, I will say, be encouraged. Many people picked the Bills to finish third in our division this year and also picked us to miss the playoffs. They said our Super Bowl window was closed, and we blew the doors wide open and said, no, it's not closed. And we don't even have a star receiver. We don't even have a star pass rusher. We got a pretty close to a star linebacker. But I mean, we're missing. We got a lot of holes on our team. Imagine when we start filling those holes one by one by one. We had injuries in the game. Chris Benford went down, which was huge. They picked on his backup. I mean, it just is what it is, man. Go Bills. Ain't nothing changed. Go Bills. Listen, thank you for watching. If you have any sympathy for what all of Bills Mafia went through, do me a huge favor to make me feel better. Like this video and subscribe to this channel because, I mean, you think the Bills are struggling to beat Kansas City in the playoffs? This YouTube channel is struggling with subscribers. I mean, look at the subscriber count right now. Look at it. You see how low that is? When's the last time you watched the video on someone's channel and the subscriber count was that low? But you know why? It's because you haven't subscribed yet. So please do so. Go Bills.